Hello students, myself Dr. Anupreeta Mishra. You are watching Anupreeta Mishra's Electrical Engineering channel for understanding the concepts of electrical engineering. I have taken up alternator, that is synchronous generator, and now today I am going to discuss about the advantages of three-phase armature winding to be provided over stationary stator and not over the rotor. This particular theoretical question is always being asked in the theory exams of BTech. In every wherever the syllabus consists of synchronous machine, there it is being asked always. This question or this answer you can prepare in the manner that create the difference between the three-phase armature winding to be provided over the rotor and three-phase armature winding versus three-phase armature winding provided over the stator. This way you can make or prepare the notes, your notes actually. But here I have listed out all the points which are saying that three-phase armature winding, why to be provided over stator. So let's start. The very first point says that three-phase armature winding is carrying high voltage or inducing high voltage across itself, and next it has to be connected with the electrical load whose requirement is very high. So that electrical circuit is a stationary one, and this armature which is being provided over stator is again a stationary one. So connection of two stationary circuits is not at all requiring neither slip rings nor brushes. So it would be very easy to transmit voltage generated in three-phase armature to the loads, towards the load I should say. No slip rings are being required along with the brushes. If it is not so, then it would have been provided over the rotor. Three-phase armature high voltage circuit is being provided over. If it is being provided over rotor, then certainly to connect it with the electrical load, it needs 3 slip rings with 3 brushes arrangement, and that slip ring and brush arrangement has to be the costlier one, because those slip rings and brushes have to handle high voltage of kilovolts, like 33 kilovolts or more than that. So it would have been a costlier affair. So better to have the three-phase high voltage armature winding over the stator. Whereas rotating winding, DC field winding, which is given over the rotor, is handling only 125 volts to 600 volts. So it's quite easy to handle such rotatory small voltage carrying circuit over a rotor which is being rotated and connected with the DC excitation through 2 slip rings only. And those slip rings are not so much costlier, because those slip rings along with the brush arrangement has to handle small voltages, so it won't be that much costlier. So it is always better to have the three-phase armature winding carrying high voltage or inducing high voltage to be provided over the stator. Next, stationary armature is can be easily insulated against the high voltage, because it would be quite easy to maintain the insulation of a high voltage winding if it is a stationary one. Similarly, the insulation provided over the rotatory DC field winding having the voltage of 125 volts to 600 volts is quite easy. The maintenance of such insulation against 125 to 600 volts and it is rotating is quite easy to handle. So again I would suggest, or it is being preferred, that three-phase armature winding inducing high voltage to be provided over stationary stator, so that can maintain high insulation, high voltage insulation, can maintain the connection with the load circuit without slip rings and the brushes. Next, armature windings can easily be braced against the deformation produced due to the large short circuit current due to the different faults occurring into the power system. So if the system itself, which has to carry the large faulty current or short circuit current, and if it is a stationary one, so whatever stresses are being developed due to that large current are manageable if the system three-phase circuit is stationary one. If it would have been provided over the rotor, so difficulty can be arise due to high currents and producing stresses in that rotatory high voltage three-phase circuitry. That would be very cumbersome to handle that. Armature winding is stationary and not subjected to vibrations and centrifugal forces, so it is quite easy to have the large bulky armature winding as a stationary circuit. As I said, it is a bulky, its weight is very high, large, so substantially greater than the winding of the feed poles or the DC feed winding. So size can be reduced one. If against to this three-phase armature high voltage winding is provided over the rotor, then it would have created a big weight as well as a more bulky structure. So again, it is easy to reduce the weight and bulkiness to have the armature winding over the stator. Rotating field is comparatively of lightweight. Field winding which is being provided over rotor is of lightweight, so high speeds can be created into the alternator. So high speed can be easily handled by that rotatory electrical circuit. Stationary armature can be cooled very finely by providing more number of cooling ducts. If it would have been given over the rotatory structure three-phase armature winding, then there would be a constraint not to provide so much ducts to give the cooling. So in this manner, I have listed out all the advantages to provide armature winding over the stator, and it is having many advantages as I discussed. This is again I am telling you beta, I try to teach in the manner that as if I am teaching into the class and you people understand each and every concept from scratch to high level for a particular electrical subject or any topic inside it. I want to create such ambience through my videos actually. So hoping that you people are liking this English version also. And those, again I am repeating that those students who are from Hindi medium and they want to transform themselves from Hindi medium to English medium during your studies of electrical engineering, either in B.Tech or in diploma or wherever you are there as a professional also. So it is a perfect platform to transform yourself by watching my videos beta. Watch Hindi along with English. So hoping that you would be suggesting to your friends also to subscribe my channel and to go into the depth of electrical engineering by clearing their all the doubts, tough concepts and all that. So please do like my video and share it with your friends. Thank you.